Hi everybody, Heidi, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm just getting a few bits ready. I think I've got everything done. Yeah, I hope you're well. This is Monday, the 27th, the day after the live that we did yesterday, which was a long one, but I loved it, and apparently so did everybody else, so that were all good. What have I got? I don't really. We talked that much yesterday. I've probably got nothing to say. Apart from I've got inky hands, which is just the norm. I'm just trying to get it all off. So there's loads of new people, loads on the group. So if you're new to the channel and you want to join our Facebook group, come along. It's Heidi-The Yorkshire Crafter. You can show any brand. Well, you can just do anything, and there's so much inspiration, and people are so kind, really are. It's a nice place to be. We just ask no selling, and it causes no hassle, and no self-promotion or promoting anybody else. What we do like though is if you see some at a bargain price, like I showed loads on the live yesterday, give it a shout out. Help us all out, because we all want to get stuff cheaper, don't we? So yeah, come along, join in. Please don't think you can't show your work, because I know there's a few that think they're not good enough. You're all good enough. You're just your own worst critic, exactly the same as me, exactly the same. Even if I don't come across that way, but I think I do actually. You'll know when I really think, when I'm impressed with myself, because I get excited. And I'm going to get excited today because this is amazing. Right. If you're one of those people that thinks you can't do reflections, you can do it with acetate, you can do it with a brayer, you can even do it with vellum, you can do it by stamping on something and taking the print off, you can do it on, did I say on your gel press? You can just do it. But I know a lot of people aren't comfortable, a lot of people don't get it spot on. So you're not happy with your work, right? Now you can do it. Just look at these. It does it for you. How amazing. If I get rid of Rosie's hair. Rosie and Lexi are my doggies, by the way. You'll get used to them. It just does it for you. It is just amazing. We're going to use this one today. I'm not using a sentiment. I don't think I'm using a sentiment, but it's literally just to show you that you can do it. No matter who you are, you can do it. We're going to use this one today. So your reflections here of the trees. So this one's an obvious reflection. And this one's your more of a artistic, I would say, version. But I think they're fantastic. Just look what you can do with these. Christmas. And look at the price. £4. I think this one's £4. Or £4.50. I keep all my prices so I know what I've paid for them. £4.50. Great for a mini slimline card, that. Absolutely brilliant. I'm looking around for new stamp companies, and I've got to say, this has got to be one of my favourites. Well, in fact, it's probably my favourite. I'm ordering everything from them. We're going to do this one first, so I'll get it out. I didn't clean my stamp properly. This was £6.50. And you're getting the whole picture, so it's all done. And £6.50. So, let's get cracking. I'll leave that one to the side. Move these out of the way. I just wanted to show you these. We're using that one. We also do reflection stencils. Wait a minute. I had my hand on it again yesterday. I meant to show it on live. I couldn't find it. When live finished, I found it. And now I can't find it again. Oh, I found it. And guess where it were? Where my stencils were supposed to be. So you've got your... The stencils are amazing. You get it £1.50 cheaper if you don't take the packaging, which helps the environment. It's a win-win. So you've got your reflection for your moon, your reflection for your mountains, reflection for your birds, and then you've got the bits that actually fit in them as well, if you don't want to do it all. Just, they've come up with some belting ideas, they really have. Right, let's get cracking. I'm using watercolour cards. I'm using this one, which I keep showing. It's between £15 and £17 for 50 sheets on Amazon. And it's the best hot press I've used. I use loads of it, absolutely loads of it. And it should be 23, I think it is, 22, £23. So that's what I use. Right, let's get cracking. So, I told you on the live also, I've actually found some masking which is see-through, which I'm so excited about. In case you didn't see the live, this is it. If you buy it from Sizzix, I think it's £8.99 and you pay £4 postage. I got it on Amazon for £7.54 and free postage. So you've got to shop around. And you get 10 sheets. Yeah, 10 sheets. And it's just that. I've already cut my circle for my moon. It's fantastic. I love it. I'm dead excited. I've been wanting some for when I stamp figures. So I can cover it up but still see it, if you know what I mean. There we go. And all others I've just stuck on the side of my table, so I keep them. I keep all my other ones in front of me, actually, to be fair. So I'm going to put a moon down. Now, I sort of did a dummy run, but you don't want to see my dummy run because it's not a proper dummy run. Right, I need to move it a bit, actually, because we are cutting the paper down. There you go, just to prove it don't cut your paper. So we are cutting it down to this size. Actually, I will put it in the middle because I can just cut that round it. It's the other one that I need to be more. So let's just put it in the middle. There we go. Right, I'm waiting for some new brushes to come. I'm waiting for some more Gina K to actually come in because I need new brushes for these because I don't ever mix my brushes. And I got a load of these. What did I get? How many's in a pack? 4, 8, 12, 16. I got 3 packs of 16 of these. They were £25 a pack off Amazon. So yeah, I'm just waiting for some of these to come, which I've ordered through Inkylicious. And because I only have odd ones, I just bought odd ones, you know, just to try them. So I want an actual set. So I'm using all my Alter New inks. Don't know what colours on this one. Let's probably too dark. Let's go with the Sea Glass. I want to know which one I use because I know I used a big one for it. Let me just see if I didn't get it out. No, definitely one of these. I'll just use the other side of this. Yeah, it's definitely lighter. So I just want this one all over. I'm not doing any specific designer out. Because we're going to build up on it anyway. I can use both sides, can't I? That one's out. Then we're going to use Ocean Waves. I'm just going to use the same one. It's not far different from the colour. Get rid of Rosie's hair again. So I'm going to leave a line across here. Not one that'll stand out, just a line. So we're literally just building it up. You don't have to be good at blending for this. There we go. Just put a bit more on this side. I mean, the less you put, the better, because then you can put more on, can't you? You can't really take it off. Now we're going to dusk. And I'm going to move to this side of the brush. It's worked out all right, hasn't it? We're using both sides. And again, I'm just not coming down as far each time. That looks quite nice. I'm just going to turn it over and blend that back in. You're not going to see your blending marks, so it doesn't really matter. I just do it for my own peace of mind. Same the other way. This is how I do it if I'm using the acetate to do the shadow as well. But it never comes out as good as what this does. Never. Gosh, I've got eye makeup already. Now I'm just going to get a bit more of that ocean waves. Like I say, you don't need to do this. This is just for my own peace of mind. Because probably more of a perfectionist than I should be. There. It's knowing when to stop. I'm going to go with that. Now, let me see how dark this one is. Yeah, I'm going to come away with that one. Yeah, definitely in the need of brushes. Big ones like this, though, it's hard to store. This is an Ultra New, yeah, thought it was. Desert Night. Just to darken sky up and bottom at sea. And you think on, you're going to be cutting quite a bit of it off as well. So you definitely want to see it. That looks all right to me. So that's the sea. And this is your sky. That's lovely. It's a very nice sky. That's Lexi deserting us. She's gone downstairs. I'm just going to smooth that in. There we go. Just gets rid of any lines. Perfect. I'm dead happy with that. So these can be put away. That's done with that one. Absolutely loving these inks. In fact, all the blue brushes can be put away. I have to sort my drawers out. Right, I'm going to take that off there. I'm going to give it a spray. I have just seen my spray. Oh, it's here. See, I've only just seen it. Should dab that up really with another piece of card. Let's do it, because I want some blotchy card later. Yes. Yep, I'll keep that one. I'll wipe the rest of it up. Thank you. That's the hubby popping in with me drink. Not speaking to anybody. No, he's gone. He's just been and done shopping. He's swapped from Sundays to Mondays now. Braver than me. Can't stand it. Right, I'm going to take the moon off. I said yesterday you don't see me use my tweezers, but I do use them a lot actually. No tearing of paper. Get hold of it, Heidi. Oh my goodness. There we go. Stick it to end of your table or your wall in front of you. Now I'm going to give this a dry. No, I'm not plugged in. I didn't plug back in after using fuse yesterday. Nice colours, isn't it? We're going to be putting a bit of white on, that's why the main reason I want it dry. That'll do. I like this. This gives me a head start, doesn't it? Right, I'll just chuck it to the side to dry now. I just thought the other one that we're putting on, the other colour we're doing, might sit on top of it if I get this dry enough. But it just saves you wasting all that ink. That's a lot of ink, is that? Right. Yes, definitely. Still a bit damp, is that one. Right, I'm going to move this out of the way, I think. I'm going to bring on my platform, stamping platform, just so that we can stamp the image. So this is actually called Reflections Thinking of You. But we're not using it for any specific reason, we're just using it to show you that you can do it, that anybody can do it. So I want a bit of the moon below, more of it on top. So where it's stopping here, that's where we're going to cut off. That about central, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go there. We're just going to stamp in Knock 10. Now, That's going to be my bottom. And I'm just going to, you don't have to do this, I didn't do this on my practice, but I'm just going to lift a bit of that ink off. And if I don't like it, I can add some, can't I? The white, the moon's not staying that white, although I quite like it myself. Yeah, see what I mean? That's how we wanted it really. So I'm just going to do the top half. Darken that up a little bit. You could do it in 2 different colours. You could do it in grey and black, but I'm going to cover it up even more with a bit of white in water, so that's perfect. I've got a muck throat moon. Because of Rosie's hairs, they sit everywhere. Give this a clean with our new stamp cleaner that we're all making. I love it, and it smells so good. Like I say, I'm not using a sentiment, so this can be put away. So that's Reflections Thinking of You. Right, I'm just going to give it a blast again. Is that my new one that I'm using? Put that away. Now, when I was messing about with this one, I did my own water, which I'm more than happy with. And then I found I had a stamp that did it for me as well. So I put that on top and it looks even better. So I'm going to show you that. Let me put some paper under this. So it's not standing out very well. Right. I'm just getting that blue back. And I'm just gonna blotch up the moon. Not bothered how it looks. Grey would have been nice. That's enough for me. I just wanted to take the pure whiteness off. That suits me. Right. So this is what I did. I got some, let me just put a tiny bit, can you see it side here? I'll move it over. I put some ink on my bed, on my mat. And I used my, let me just dry it off. I used my fan brush. A little bit of clean water. I just took this out of white dirty water. I'm going to use the one that's already dry. So all I did, I didn't know if this was going to work. I just had a go, take a load of the wet off, and I literally just swiped it across my paper. it lifts some of the colour and it leaves you marks like the water. And I was really pleased with how it came out. And then I mixed a bit of white in and did the same. Look how much more it looks like water. But we haven't finished yet. So we also want some stars. So I just used the same ink that I was messing with. It's going to soak in because my ink's still wet. But it didn't need to be bright white anyway. And a bit of reflection from some stars, although you won't see this when it's done. I wanted more of it through the trees. Put a bit more ink down. Right, it looks better because now it really does look like a water reflection. And then I'm just concentrating a bit more on the middle where the moon is actually coming down. So what I'm going to show you now, you can either leave it as it is, or this is the stamp that I found that I had. Waves Scenic. But I'm just going to give it a blast. Wait till you see the next one. It makes you feel like an artist when you see the next one. Yep, that's dry enough. So I'm using the ink pedal. I've got to say, although mine is absolutely filthy, these are absolutely genius. If you're going to put a stamp on like we're going to do now, there is one more. There's a bigger, you've got your round one, your oblong, and then you've got a bigger one that'll take your full stamp. So we're going to take these waves, and if that was a sentiment, you'd be, instead of being like this looking where you're going to place it, you just hold your work there and you just move it round so you know where you want it to go. So we're going to put it there and we'll stamp it there. I just think it's a genius idea. It's not often that things come out new nowadays, and when they do, they're mega expensive. So I thought this was dead clever, me. Right, so I've put Hero Arts pigment ink on it, but I am going to stamp it off once because I didn't want it to be in your face. And I'm going to turn it sideways, and because we're cutting so much off, I'm gonna come here. And if I need more on it once it's cut off, it's not a problem, is it? I can just add a bit more to it. But look what difference that makes. Now it really looks like a reflection. I love it. I've been desperate to play with this. Well, I forgot I had this one, but I've been desperate to play with reflections. And saying they can also be used for absolutely anything's even better. They can be sympathy, can't they? But they can just be cheer somebody up. Birthday, it won't bother me if I got a card like that for my birthday. I'd be over the moon. Hello. Depends what you want to stamp on it, what sentiment you want on it. Right, I'm going to cut this down. Then we're going to put it in the frame, and then I'm going to put something on it. Well, I'm going to have a go. Where's me? Here. So look, this is the Master Layouts 2, and it literally just fits it. So I was rather pleased with that. So I'm just going to run that through the machine, keeping that straight, with a piece of copy paper over the top. 1 second. That's why I put my copy paper on, because all that would go onto my plates otherwise. Oh, look at the wave. So that's cut out. Should have cut it a bit more even, and I could have used that. Here we go. For speed, we'll use the gun and watch it run out. Every time I do a video, it runs out. The next bit that I'm going to do is optional. Like I say, I didn't do it on my mess around, but I just came across something that I had and I thought, And I did show it, I can't remember, I showed this to 2 people as a, get their opinions on it. And one of them did mention putting a bit of glitter on, and I can't remember who it was. See, you don't have to be an artist. I think that's perfect. I love that. But with a quickie glue pen, even if you just want to put some in sky as well, you know, a bit of... I told you about these as well on the live. This is my empty one. Amazon, get them off Amazon. I paid £7.48, free postage. Everywhere else they're between £2.50 and £3, and then you've also got £3 postage on top. But I got 3 for £7.48. And I'm going to put a few little dots in the trees. And I'm either going to put them on the reflection in the water. Not putting many. Hold on, don't want to overdo it. But I found this, and it came from charity shop. I remember getting it. Stampendous glitter mix, but it's really fine. So I thought I'll give that a go. Don't often use glitter, very rare. Just see what it looks like. Well, my ink's not dry because it's on my ink. But that'll just come off when the ink dries anyway. I don't mind it on trees anyway. I think that looks lovely. Can you see that? Like moonlight shine. I'm very happy with that. So I hope you like that one. That's number 1. And the number 2, we're going totally opposites. That's that kind of glitter that you'll never have to buy it again. And for £1 from charity shop, we'll take that, won't we? Right, number 2. Looking at the time, I am going to use my bigger brushes. I wanted to use these, but I've only got tiny brushes at the moment for them that are new. I'm looking at the time. I'm going to use my bigger brushes, and I'm going to use my bigger inks. So we're going Sunray, Chamomile. Isn't that a cup of tea? I don't like tea. Oof. And Burnt Red. Again, it's going to be cut down to the same size. that I'm going to use it from the side, because the stamp, where's the stamp? The stamp is like got an edge to it, so we're going to do it from the side. So what we're going to do, get the brushes, and just over the middle of the card is where I'm going to start with the stamp when I put it down. So this card, I want it to go up and down, if that makes sense. It comes together quite quick. So I'm not going heavy-handed because I don't know where I want to stop yet either, and I don't want it to just be marked, you know, with a line, and we'll see how it goes. And what we're going to do is build up actually on this colour. There we go. Once you've got your first layer down, your colour doesn't half take then. Right. I'm getting the blue out again because just with what's on the brush, I want the blue sky. Can you see that there? Yeah. We only want a hint. In fact, see what I've got on my brush. That's better. I don't have to get an ink pad out then. I might have to. That'll do. I'll say it's going to be cut down, so I'm not worried about the edges being dark or sharp. That'll do. We'll move on to the chamomile. Move away from that blue. And we're just coming in a bit smaller, if that makes sense. Can you see the picture coming together now? I do love to play with inks. I know this bit's getting cut off, so I'm not worried with that at all. And I'm just going to blend it out with the other one. I am absolutely in love with these inks. They're amazing. So glad I tried them. I'm leaving the brushes out because we're going to come back to them, no doubt. So with my red brush, we're coming in even smaller. I should have used a really thin brush for this one. So we've got a really, really bright sunrise or sunset. And turn it. If you've got them, do it with a smaller brush. Just this bit. Nice colours, isn't it? Right, back in with the orange. That's lovely. What it takes off that red's gorgeous. And then back with the yellow. I think we're good to go. It's so simple. Just move my brushes out that way. Right, where's my water? Oh, I was going to mop it up with that piece of card, wasn't I? There you go. That's how good my memory is. Are you all having a lovely, lovely bank holiday? Isn't it nice and wet? That's what you call a bank holiday, isn't it? Lovely. Right, stamping platform. This is the exciting bit for me. So we're using, this one is Reflections Lake View. I'm not using the birds. Don't know why, I just chose not to. So I'm going to push it right up to end. Trying to think where I want the... Where's my cut? This is going to be my cut. So I think that's alright, isn't it? I might want a bit more colour in it actually, but I'll go with what I've got first. So I'll take that right up to end. Stamp it on. Using the same black Nocturne. And again, I'm just going to take a bit of that reflection off. Like I say, I can put it back on if I want it on. At the moment, I don't know how I want it, so... Now this one, I'm going to cut before we finish the stamping. Yeah, I think that looks all right, doesn't it? It doesn't need to be any darker. Hey, I'm happy with that. I don't even think it needs another stamping, so I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, look, it's fallen to bits. We've got some new chamois coming today, what you can use for this and you can use for your car and everything, but they were on Create and Craft. And we weren't even watching it. It was just on the other day while we were sat down. And we both looked at each other and I'm thinking like, ooh, crafting. And Andy's thinking like, ooh, car. So we're both getting some, well, you get quite a few. Is it 6 big ones and 2 small ones? So it'll work. Right, so I'm going to cut this one down now. Exactly the same. Let me look at that. See, I said a lot of that's going to be missing, so I'm all right with that. That's what I wanted. Now this needs to come in a tiny bit, otherwise I'm going to have to tape this one down. I did something similar the other day and I didn't cut it right, so it cut at a silly angle. That'll do it. Bit of cover. I'll be 1 second. See, look at that print. And that would go all over my next card. There, that's what I mean. I missed all this last time and it didn't cut right. Oh, we're doing awesome for time. So I'm going to do some more stamping on this. And we're not using the platform. I don't know why that's mucky there. First of all, I want let me just find, that'll do it. I just want a tiny bit of water. And I want my sun or whatever it is to be just coming over or going down. So I'm going to try and wet a little circle. I can't even see that now. Let me get some kitchen towel. Oh, there's some here. Might have to use a brush, can't see it. I'll use a brush. I have a tiny brush here. Can't even see where I did it. That'll do it. So I want that to be my sun. Yes, it looks like a water splodge, but it also looks like a sun to me. If you don't like it, just go over it with some more ink when it's dry. Yeah, that's fine for me. Right, I got out. Remember when we used him? We're going to use him again. And this is why I needed it cutting down. We're going to use this one from the Heaven Lake stamp and this one. I'll take this one. And we're inking in black. Where have I put the black? It's right next to me. Aren't them colours stunning? So you definitely need that blue on it. So I'm literally just gonna, where do I want to put it? I've got to think about what's going here, so I'm just gonna perfect. Come down a bit lower. You're just filling corner up really. Yep, that's enough. See what I mean about using this to place it? It's so good. And then the other one, we're just going to use on the other corner. I'm going to come here. Yeah, that's enough. Don't know whether to put them, you know, the water waves that I just used on the other one. Let's finish it off and then we'll see whether we need to put it in or not. So that was nice and simple, wasn't it? It just puts a bit more depth to it. And there's no better than using stamps from all different sets. You got them, use them. And I was excited about being able to use this one again. It's a smart little stamp, is this. You could put it in your platform if you want, but I'm not bothered if you don't 100% stamp. But he does anyway. So I'm going to have him. I was going to have him going off the screen. But then I thought he needed to be here because he's bigger. So I'm putting him here. In between the bushes and stuff. And I think it just fills this bottom perfect. And I don't think you need to do it with top. You could put some of that glitter on if you want, but I don't think it works for during the day. There we go. Look how different that looks now. It doesn't take much, does it? I'm dead happy with it. See what I said at the beginning, when I can get impressed by myself sometimes. So again, I'm not putting a sentiment. You could actually on this one, look, you could have a nice sentiment up here. I just thought, unless it's for a man's birthday, that'd be really nice. A nice happy birthday here. That one's drying. I can see where it's wet. And my hands are mucky. Oops. I'm going to dry that before I start putting out else on it. Yeah, but it's a great man's birthday card. I don't know if I'd want to stamp direct onto it, probably. Let me have a look. We've got a bit of time. Let me just have 2 seconds. Let's see if I've got any birthday ones cut here. No. I definitely want it to be black. It's your day, would that work? Let's stick that through the machine. This is just a try. I don't know if it'll work or not. These can go through your fuse as well. Don't know if that will actually. Might have cut it too short on one side. Yeah, you can put it through your fuse and it'll foil it. I have loads of these. I use them all the time. This is the Gina K. I've used this constantly. It's probably my most used set of dies. Die sentiment strips. Pardon me, I've had a drink and it's repeating on me. So I don't think it cut straight, did it? No, it's cut to an angle. But I can just see what it will look like. That'll look okay, won't it? Yeah, I quite like that. So I will get a birthday one and put it on. Right. Let's do it. Again, this one's cut out with master layouts too. Already got my bases ready. Do you know, like I say, if I'd cut that nice, I could have done something really lovely with that. You know, to frame something. What a shame. Need to think on in future. Told you, didn't I? Every single time I'm on a video. I think that's it. I think I'm out again. This is why I stopped using them so much. But I love them. For speed, they're fantastic. Let's have a look. See, nobody can now tell me that they're not an artist. I need to cut a piece of that off, I'll tell you what. That's the best thing about it. It's repositionable for so long. I think I've gone too much that way now. Or I'll cut it down instead. There you go. So don't tell me you can't be an artist. That is so easy. Bit of blue. 3 different colours through the middle. Bit of water for your sun. Bit of glitter for your night. Aren't they amazing? Bit of Rosie's hair. I hope you have a go. I'm dead proud of them. That really did, it worked well, did that, didn't it? Really well. Yeah, more than happy. I'll probably put some white lines through here. But I'm more than happy. So I'm going to go. And I really, really, really hope you'll give it a go. Because anybody can do that. Can you imagine this one at winter? Oh, snowing trees. He won't be out though, will he? Right, I'm off. I'm going to go and, I don't know, I might even do another video. Right, I'm off. I'll catch you later. Happy crafting. Bye.